You are live. Welcome, guys, to a Nerds Around First. We are live.
We did it at Comic-Con or MBionCon.
We did MBionCon, but I mean for the show.
All right, fair.
But it's your boy Sebastian.
It's your boy Lo.
And your boy Tone from across the hall.
And today we got together with the awesome team of Wayward Raven. They are right now, they have just launched their Kickstarter for the Ascendant number 4, issue 4.
Quattro.
Let's put it out there that they launched that today, right?
Yes, they launched that bad boy at like 3 in the afternoon.
It is now 9 Eastern, and they're almost at their goal.
They had a goal of 1,500. They are now at 1,252. Let's go. Let's get these guys funded.
Yeah,
so the
Get this bad
Kickstarter
boy out there.
The Kickstarter is in the chat right now. Be some of the early fans to get access early right now to the Kickstarter. Support this Kickstarter. And while we're at it, let's get the video up. So before we bring them in, we are going to show you guys the Kickstarter video. And let us watch. And
All the clicking happening.
All the clicks. And select screen. We are looking at.
There we go. We got a watch party right now.
Ooh, let's go. Do you have audio for it?
It's supposed to be music.
Hold on. Share. You gotta share audio, sir.
Hold on. The audio did not share. Oh, bendito. So we would stop that. Let's just bring them in right now.
Yes.
We have Alex. We have Mark.
Oh,
Wayward Raven.
There
They are.
There they
What's
are.
up, guys?
What's up, brother?
Jerk couldn't synchronize the music to the damn video.
Yeah, it just happened. But you know what? Congratulations, guys.
Yo,
Yeah.
for real, man.
Yo,
That's amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank Mark and that clutch assist right there.
True. The
Time
alley-oop.
for a beer.
I'm,
Cheers.
I'm
Cheers.
drinking some my own concoction right now.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
I am drinking
I
apple
finished
juice
my
in
stash
celebration.
yesterday.
Yeah, I
Apple
ran out of bourbon. I'm drinking my own home aged tequila.
So how does it feel, guys?
Sticking to tequila.
Okay, sir. Okay, I see you.
If I'm gonna go bougie, I'm gonna go real bougie.
I'm with it.
Listen, Ice Cream Man, back east, freaking unbelievable. And I'm going to sing the song all night if you guys aren't careful.
Go ahead. I dare you to
Hey,
sing the
listen.
song.
I'm your Ice Cream Man.
Yeah,
Stop me when you're passing by.
by.
Oh, my.
Listen, the only ice cream song I fear is the Mr. Softy song. That tells you the groundhog is out.
Well, you know
Which is
what? You
over.
don't got to worry about that in these parts.
So
Don't worry, you guys are gonna miss it.
So, congratulations again on launching the Kickstarter for issue number 4, guys. The link is in the comments. Please celebrate. These guys have released 3 issues of the Ascendants, which have been awesome. You just did the Kickstarter for issue 4. How does this road feel for you guys?
Dude, right now I'm like, today has been a whirlwind. I went from when are they gonna let us launch it? When are they gonna let us launch it? When are they gonna let us launch it? Oh God, they let us launch it. We gotta launch this thing right now.
Like we were going down to the wire. I was like texting Sebastian, like, "Oh, we might not be able to do a live broadcast or like a live push the button thing." And the moment like Mark's like, "We got approved," I was like, "Push the button! Push the button!"
Hit it now! No!
Yeah, we were debating on like doing that live, like with you guys just like pushing the button, but like we couldn't figure out the screen recording and all that stuff. Which is like,
listen. We could just Monday morning quarterback that thing because you guys are fucking 83% of the way.
Let's go, man! Like this is crazy.
Let's go. Again, this is awesome. I mean, again, I'm happy for you guys because you guys are a bunch of awesome dudes. You've done a lot of great stuff in terms of the comic scene. I mean, and also too, we're going through a freaking pandemic. Doing this without even having to go to a con. Yeah. You just went out there and you guys did it again. How was the process of coming up?
You know? Sorry. Yeah. It's part of why we did it. It's like we can't get out there.
Yeah. It's tough, but you know what? I got to tell you, so many folks already from that we've met through cons and you know just going through this process have already just come out and supported us already. It's blows me away. I mean, it just you know I miss getting out and seeing everybody. In fact, I was going back and forth talking to Chuck. And I'm like, dude, I miss hanging out with you at the Twins. I want to grab a beer with you guys and you know, I know it's going to happen, but it may not be till NYCC 2021, right? Or 2022 or 2023 or somewhere in the 2020s.
Yeah. Thanks, Chuck, by the way. Thank you for
watching. Absolutely. Thank you.
And thank you, everyone else. Johnny C.
And a few
of the people whose names we won't disclose just yet, but definitely thank you for that one person who got the special award.
Yeah, only three. There's only three. I've had two inquiries.
What are the awards? What are the awards? Please, you get it written down.
Is like we did it as a joke. We're like, let's charge for $666. Our main character will literally curse you in the book, meaning you will get your own one of a kind. No one else will have this copy of the Ascendant with a special dedication to you.
That's awesome.
I was just like, yo, it'd be cool to have something that's $666 because the whole thing is hell, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
Well, and we've only got two left, and I've actually had two inquiries so far about it. Someone is asking me to clarify it. I'm like, wow, I it's like, oh, it's cool if someone does it. I'm more than I love the idea of doing it for somebody.
But that speaks to you guys in the community. You guys have built for sure. Like you guys have definitely a way about you guys. Everyone loves your style, your personality, and then just to have this like immediately just be like, yeah, we're down. Like without hesitation, you can see like people are like so down, they're ready for it. Like that's all to you guys, man.
And I'm so nervous. Like I'm like, should I wait a day or two to like start pestering people? I don't want to be that jerk like back my Kickstarter, and then it's like wow.
Yo, dude, we're 8 minutes in. Pester everybody. Let's go.
Let them know.
Let's start dialing them up live. Come on, dude. Like, get up your nana, all that.
I mean, go back my Kickstarter.
It's not even going to be someone back by Kickstarter. It's going to be you guys trying to have to figure out what the stretch goals are.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, we've actually talked about that. It's fun to be talking about that first day, but like I realized some of the rewards, like I'm not even contributing any of my artwork to like the initial round. I'm like, this might actually be a stretch goal now.
Dude, I actually, it's a cool thing. I want to ask you guys because I think Alex doing stickers of our characters would be awesome.
I think it would be fantastic.
Everybody loves a good sticker. I need a sticker on the back of my computer.
I'm gonna throw a challenge out there for Alex. Alex is probably gonna hate me for this one. You get a select few people who donate that you have Alex draw the main character, killing a demon form of them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
One thing we were even talking about was bringing in like Kale and the Ascendant cast into Damn Heroes.
Oh,
nice. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yes.
That would be a pretty interesting interaction between Kale and Sebastian. Not me, but Sebastian.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like what got me thinking is like in the current run, he's got this little like these two hairs in here. I'm like, that's just like Kale's soul patch. And like the purple.
So tell us, what led to the creation of the Ascendant?
Yeah, first of all, give us the elevator pitch for those who are uninitiated and don't really know what this world is that you guys created. Like, what is the Ascendant?
Sure. So fantasy horror, escape Duke of Hell. After a millennia or two of debauchery, depravity starts to feel some remorse and starts sending the bad guys back to hell, right? So that's kind of the very top line elevator pitch. But if you really want to dig in a little further, a lot of it was kind of inspired by I've taken 2 trips to Italy. So I spent probably about 10 days there both times, and got a chance to go through from Rome to Florence to Venice. Spend some time in between in some of these churches and some of these really, I mean, look, some of the stuff that's over there is, 1,000 years old, longer, whatever. And you're going through the Colosseum, which is thousands of years old, right? And it's humbling. It's really neat. And so I started to kind of think about this story, and it seemed like the perfect setting, right? And so I kind of paralleled some of my trip, that first trip, with the actual story, and if you kind of listen to the voice, you guys know me well enough that as you read it, there's definitely a little me in him. He's an acerbic son of a bitch, and even to the point where I'll share.
Yeah, more hair.
Thanks, you're backing me up on that. All right, thanks, Alex. Yeah.
I'm a supporter.
Oh man,
It's okay. Any character I come up with is usually tall. So
I don't know, man. It's fun coming up with characters, but what led to the creation of the character? What were some of the elements that? Because I did notice the shift and the change between issue 1 and 2, and then his design in issue 3. What were some of the thoughts that went in the creation of Kale?
Sure. So I think it's a couple things. I think one, we're all kind of searching for something, right? We all, at least I know I personally am always thinking, I always kind of have this inner monologue and, what if this, what if that? I think there's a metaphysical component to what we're always thinking about, and it's natural to think about, hey, what happens when I die? Or if you lose somebody, you start thinking about some of that sort of stuff. So I started thinking about, what if this character didn't have the realm we did? What if they're only frame of reference is hell, right? And so you're already starting at a pretty solid negative, right? Everything's horrible, it's fiery, and whatnot. And suddenly they discover that there's this other world out there, and it's nicer, it's gentler, it's not quite as horrific as what he's grown up in. And so that first issue is him kind of literally talking about coming up out of hell. And then you start digging in a little bit more. You start learning about how he thinks about things. And at one point in one of these issues, he encounters Faustus. And Faustus tells him all about heaven. And they actually have a bet, and it's an ongoing bet throughout the series, that there's no such thing as heaven, right? There was hell and there was earth, and that's really it. I mean, come on, this is heaven to a guy who's been in hell, right?
Right. You got to find that. You got to find the feather of Venice, to prove to him to win that bet.
Exactly. So yeah, and it'll continue. You'll see that theme go in 4 and 5, and continue on. I won't tell you who wins the bet.
How much of this story is already plotted out for you guys?
All of it.
Wow.
Issues 1 through 7 are done. Issue 5, actually, George, who you've seen some of his artwork, he's already halfway through book 5. This is
wow.
This is going to happen.
Going back to stretch goals, that's kind of the thing we want to push for. It's like we can't literally just say, "Hey, help us finish the book," because we might not get that. But the hope is, if this, looks like we're almost there. If this gets funded, this becomes basically Ascendant 5 Kickstarter, then 6, 7. Help us finish the story, and we instantly give you a damn trade.
That'd be amazing.
In fact, actually, Alex, when we were starting this whole thing, there's a new thing that Kickstarter is developing. They're actually allowing you to put kind of add-ons onto the back.
So
right?
That's like what we're going to try out soon.
And so our 2 add-ons are either a digital copy or a physical copy of issue 5.
Nice.
Because it's going to happen. I mean, I think that's going to be done the way we probably track on it once I start getting Hugo involved and then and Taylor. Probably not that long after the campaign's done.
Well,
nice.
Congratulations. I mean, the goal was 1,500, 1,252, 10 backers. You guys are doing awesome on Kickstarter right now for them to give you like and this is for everyone who's watching, listening, viewing. Again, take advantage of that. Push these guys more to put more goals out there. I want more.
Yeah, if there's a goal you want, just drop it in the messages.
Oh my God, yeah.
What can we say?
Yes,
No, of course not.
yes.
Please tell us what type of goals you want.
Yeah.
You're
literally,
leaving that door way open, and
Yeah.
all our viewers are just gonna kick that door way out and just be like, "Yeah, I want X, Y, Z, this."
considering the crazy requests we've gotten at conventions, there's probably very little that will make us say no. As long as it's legal and my wife will still talk to me.
It's all on the table, man. I mean, that's usually the barometer that we kind of go with at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, listen, you haven't lived until you've seen Alex up in a stripper pole. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
It is a sight to behold. I'll tell you that.
Oh man! I mean, instead of Kickstarter, we gotta throw Alex on the pole. That'll rack in the dollars.
Listen, that's a different website. We're not doing OnlyFans. Like, that's a whole nother thing.
This is the second time tonight OnlyFans came up in a conversation.
we're gonna cover third. If it comes up a third time, that's it. Alex is gonna have an OnlyFans for the night. We're gonna have a day for Alex.
Oh man!
Oh.
Yeah,
But, flexible.
Hey, those really are stretch goals then, huh?
Now, where did I put those tasks?
Oh my God!
Well, what was it?
The first few books came out. Like the first book came out 2012, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So actually, we launched it. We went to New York Comic Con, the first con we've ever been at, as exhibitors with 2 books, and we did it with the Ascendant #1 and Horseman #1.
And 10 pages of damn heroes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Black and white strips, like literally selling for a buck a strip if somebody
I'm
wants.
like, there were markers. I'm like, please pay me to color this damn thing in.
Wait, how does it feel from when you guys first launched it at that New York City Comic Con? Did you expect to be where you guys are at? You guys have signed, you have Horsemen, Damn Heroes. I mean, everything under the Wayward Raven Publishing House. How does it feel to be at this point right now?
Dude, it's awesome. And you know what? Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that, because a lot of what we got, a lot of pushback we got in that first con was, "How do I know you're going to make another book?" I'll come back when you got a few more. Show me that you're actually going to do this. And I think every creator gets that.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of people whose books, like before we started tabling, I would meet them at shows because I've been going to New York Comic Con since like the second one. Like, I met people, it's like, wait, I don't see this person anymore. And then maybe I'll see them as an attendee and they'll be like, yeah, I stopped drawing. I never finished my book. So I can understand how people feel that. I mean, like, I wouldn't even expect us to be here this long, There's been a couple of times where it's like, should we stop doing this? And we just we're too dumb to stop, apparently. So
you gotta ride the wave. You gotta ride the wave. And it looks like it's been way worth it. And even in like looking at the Kickstarter, so Mark, I know you actually put your video up there. I was actually listening to that earlier, and like how this project means like so much to you. It's it's just kind of finishing it and promising to everyone to get it finished, because I've gotten everything else done, so I'm getting this
up,
book, so so it's definitely a great feeling. I'm really excited to like see all the other issues moving forward. I'm super stoked to read it.
And it's so funny because I know, like, we stepped away, we started working on some other things, and I don't want to George R.R. Martin everybody, and
I'm living that shit since 202011. So
that's
please don't do it.
That's a sore one for Tone. That's a sore one.
No.
I'm with you. I am right with you.
Since like day one.
It's 1994.
Yes. I have
Wow.
Like high school. I'm like, what the hell? Why is he slowing down?
You got every 2 years, and then it just stopped.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna put you guys on a plane with Johnny C to R.R. Martin's house and be like, yo, just force him to write the book already.
He's in a
Gonna
cabin.
misery this son bitch, huh?
Right?
So, let's not misery him.
Anyway,
Anyway,
anyway, that show made a shit ton of money, and he's very affluent, and he's all good. We're talking about these guys, so like keep it going.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it's like this. I remember, and we know that you guys are here for the love of comics. It's not like oh, I'm going to make tons of money or anything. Because I remember going to my first Creative Aftercon that you guys were on a panel, and it was what you guys said. Like, yeah, you're not diving in this for the love of money, because if you are, you're just going to burn yourself out.
Yeah.
And again,
Yeah.
what you guys have released, it definitely is a testament for that love of what you guys are receiving. And I say this, I think you guys should get a tons of money for the love of what you guys are doing. But again, how does it feel to be indie rock stars? That's what I'm going to call you guys, indie rock stars.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's punk rock, man. I love being punk rock. Hey, I got the haircut for it and everything, It's
The haircut, the beards. Listen,
beard,
you guys got your own pop-up, man.
You make your own beer, so
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So.
Listen, another 6 months, I'm braiding the whole thing. It's going to come down to here, hopefully.
There you go.
Yeah, he's gonna go really punk. There's gonna be like little like safety pins in there and patches and
Yeah.
So for all the writers out there, Mark, because in your what advice would you give them? Because what was the process of going through as a writer with finding the team to put together for you, Wayward Raven, that you, Alex, Josh had to sit down to look at? What was the whole process?
Yeah, writing's tough. It's taking nothing away from illustrators who, I'm humbled and amazed by some of the stuff that folks have done for us, or other folks we've seen at conventions and whatnot. It's even harder for writers. And I don't want to discourage anybody, because I think that the only way to get done what you want to get done is to continue to persevere, to continue to be willing to bang your head against the stone wall. I mean, that's what you have to do. But you also want to surround yourself with people who get it, who want to work with you. I mean, I've been lucky that Alex and I, for as much as we joke around and beat each other up and whatnot, he's a great partner. And Josh is a great partner. And we've got a great support network. And without that, I probably would have gotten discouraged a long, long time ago. So you need to find your support network. And you just got to find a way to keep going. You're going to
need people who are going to challenge you too. You don't want to surround you. This in life. You don't want yes men, but you definitely, like, as an artist specifically, you don't want to be friends with the people who like, yo, that is dope. That, don't ever change. You want the people who like, that is cool, but fix X, Y, Z. You should look at this. And like, people
we know you could do better.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, don't be impressed with this piece. I want to see the next piece.
And like, even like me, like I all I did for the Ascendant was like a lot of the production work, putting it together. But like day one, when I saw it, I'm like, yo, the art could be better on this. We need to find better artists. Maybe we kind of skimped a little here. We should do this next time for us, Yeah. And that's what we've been doing. And even like for Damn Heroes, I mean, a lot of times with Mark, he'll write some stuff, he'll edit it, but he doesn't always edit his own stuff. Like we got Josh and me for that too. It's like we're all, what's that cliche, like all like high tide raises all boats, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like Angel, exactly. Encouragement is a must.
Yeah.
And people who are just gonna like treat this as a business in many ways.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting too, because Alex makes a great point about things like artwork. I think early on you're like, I just want to get it done. Who's going to work with me? And I don't have a lot of money, or I don't have any money or whatever. And it's weird because I'd almost say to that individual, slow down, save up the money, find the right artist. Network with people, go out to cons, talk to people, get a look at their style, get a sense of what they might charge, have some of those conversations and then try to launch, because I think we just went right into it. And I'll tell you, I went through 2, 3, maybe even 4 artists that just, they would get a couple pages in and then they just give up. Right.
Yeah.
Or they get a couple pages in and you're like, dude, that's not what I asked you for, and it's, I'm pretty good. I think Alex would even say, I want people to show their voice. I want to see their thought process. I don't make my scripts, so that it's like every little tiny thing has to be perfectly written out. But if I ask for 3 panels, he can't give me 6. you know. So we had some struggles early on, and then we were lucky to find some folks that were willing to work with us and were professional, and then you kind of start building on that. You know, it's like any other career. You start understanding what's good, what's bad, how things should look. I encourage people to read every single book about making comics they possibly can, because it'll give you insights you'd never even thought of.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and talk to other creators too. I mean, like, it's fun to listen. I guess it's fun to listen to us, like, you know, what's a polite way of saying being a bunch of windbags, but other creators. I mean, the stuff that we're saying might be different. Like I mean, Jeff Ryder. I love hanging out with him because he gives all these cool nuggets of wisdom from his experience, and his experiences were different than ours. In fact, you know, it was just that relationship that helped us found like some of the people help us with this book.
Yeah. Jeff referred us to someone who referred us to George. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree with that, because that's kind of like, you know, how we all built this relationship together. And again, my experiences, your experiences, Jeff's, Johnny's, everybody, Law's, Tony's, all of our experiences different.
Making
we can't forget Angel and Pete, definitely, because those are guys who are doing their thing as well. I mean, Pete has a show, The Pit. What's up, Pete? Angel's killing it with the digital art game. And again, these are all guys and people, everybody who you see there, they have stories of how they are building in this industry. But getting back to it, I mean, you know, with the marketing and I mean, I'm not going to do my own, but I did get to work with Alex on the marketing on this, with putting together the video, and this was awesome again to see that engine work. So he was a component in a machine. I mean, again, what has it been like sitting there with the planning, the processing, and with what you guys have done right now? Again, 1252 on Kickstarter, about 80% of your goal. What were the thoughts going into this Kickstarter? What are some of the advice would you give to people? What are some of the things that you worried about that, you know, just kind of got dismissed from there?
Yeah.
Like, we our faces.
By the way, I want to say, before I say anything about that, thank you, because the video is awesome. And I watched it over and over again. I get pumped about it. I love the way to beat Pit. And it's
just sitting there in your shorts.
No, really. I'm like, this is fantastic. I was stoked. I'm like, we got to get this out here.
And thank Jess for lining up that music.
Jess, she has a great ear.
She's the best.
Yes.
I sent her to post-production. She fixes all my mistakes. Then she's like, here you go. No more. No more. She's awesome. It's like, that's the Dorky Creation Studios for you guys. But no, it was awesome getting to work on that, seeing everything. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, definitely, we need to drop some credits for you on the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Send me the links, man. I'll put that up like the moment I get it. So.
Yeah. And I mean, no, that I'm super pumped, and I'm so amped when you see that stuff, and I just hope everybody else kind of gets amped like that. But I will tell you, we've talked Kickstarter over the years a number of times. Prior to this, we've done 3 crowdfunding, right? We did our first Kickstarter, which was an abysmal failure. It was horrible. I mean, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to promote. We just, you know, if we put it up there, people will just buy our stuff, right?
Yeah, right. It's on the internet.
Once it's on the internet, it's done, right? That's how it works. And it was horrible. We dropped the ball hard. And so we redid it with some additional material. We kind of revamped how we did that. We learned from that. We actually went to Indiegogo, and we're successful there. And with that experience, we went back a couple years later with some hesitation to Kickstarter for Signed, right? Yeah. And it's tough. Kickstarters, they're constant promotion, constantly talking about it. Obviously, I'll talk to anybody who will listen to me, as I've proven time and time again. Make him shut up. Make him shut up. I can't.
No. Keep it going.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. And so we did it again, and then that was like 2015, and we're like, I'm just not doing this again. It was a lot of work, and it was a lot of heartache. And I started to kind of warm up to the idea. I think Alex had presented it. Hey, this is something we could do. We love going to cons. I love connecting to people one-on-one because it's just a better experience, I think, for everybody. But we recognize 2020's, part of my
been a year.
It's
been a year of adaptation.
Yeah. And this is part of that adaptation, and the cool thing is, I think we've been in it long enough that we have legit fans now. We have people that want to support us, that come back to see us. They look for, hey, when's the next book out?
Oh my God. That was so weird. The first time someone said like, oh, I was looking for your table. I was like, wait, what? And like, wait, I owe you money or something? Is that what you're looking at? It's surreal.
You start doing the mental inventory of like, I didn't do that, right? Did I do that thing? Did I black out again? What's going on?
Well, just to give you an example of a year of adapting, I mean, to give a shout out to Pete Vasquez, working on 2 books too. Again, he's one of those guys. Nice. Does a streaming show now. But I think you guys have been the prime example. You first went to all these cons. You met a lot of people. You guys traveled throughout the country. You've been to San Diego. You've been You've been to a lot of different shows. And again, just what you guys have done, this is a testament because your fans love you guys. And you love your fans. And I've seen it. I got to work with Mark last year. I got to be Alex number 2. And just like
on the beach.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Mark, Alex was working on his tan.
Which I've lost since.
But no, it's like even when you guys are together, because I've got to work with Alex at the table, got to see you, Mark, Josh. You guys aren't acting as salesmen, even though you are pitching your product. You're actually interacting with fans, listening to fans' concerns, talking with them about the stuff they love. I mean, what is some of the advice that you give to people who, right now, 1, who are trying to adjust to this pandemic, and 2, if people do make it to the show, what advice would you give to them in terms of how to interact with their fans?
Well, wear a mask and wash your hands.
if things are normal, like you're good and all that.
Pick your head up.
Yeah, pick your head up.
I can't tell you how many people I've seen like this. Just all day like this, and it's like, I get that this stuff is your, is your artwork, and that's your signpost and whatnot. But if your head's down all day and I can't catch your eye, I'm not going to buy that thing from you.
Yeah, so a lot of times you have the people who they'll scan the boots, but making eye contact usually gets people to stop. Or at the very least, hello is just a good way of just sticking out a little bit more than just being
A smile goes a long way.
Absolutely.
Well, even as an artist, like you have the tendency to get heads down. Which, I mean, I do a lot of that. But pick your head up every now and then. Take a minute, rest your eyes.
Yeah. Oh, I like your shirt. Oh, I like your cosplay. Oh, I like whatever.
Yeah.
Little thing, and be like, oh, snap! Like, let me go check out your booth.
Yeah, exactly. And if you speak another language, that helps too.
You're a cheater, Alex.
So many times I was speaking Greek, and I was just like, "Hey, Tiganis," you speak my language.
You're like, yes, now buy my stuff.
Yeah, until they find out I don't speak as well as they do.
Angel, you know better.
Threatening people.
Yeah,
Angel's going in the corner for that.
You threaten them after you get the money.
Yeah.
After you get the money.
Remember, candy first, then in the van. Candy first in the van.
Oh my God!
I mean, sometimes those intimidation checks work now.
Remember San Diego?
Oh God.
The candy jar.
Yeah, like how we got beat up for having a candy jar. Man,
Yeah.
What?
Oh my God!
You gotta tell that story now.
Past that, like I ain't saying that.
Yeah, like we had this tiny little candy, like literally it was like
I'm
half
looking for something that's like roughly the right size. But
I can't even. It was.
Yeah, but like just imagine like us bearded guys. Like, would you like some candy?
Yeah.
Oh no.
We had a little sign that says free candy because by the way, that's a good tactic, right?
Yeah.
Just put something out there.
Get away with it, yeah.
Candy's great because people want candy. They'll come up and I mean, it doesn't necessarily translate into a sale, but they'll come talk to you. They'll look at you. Most people aren't just going to grab your candy and walk away. The average person at least look you in the eye.
The antidote's $500.
Yeah.
Yeah, No, no, go ahead.
Oh, no, go.
Let's go.
Go, Tony.
No, what I was just saying, like, even like folks come, like, if you do the candy thing again, or you do something else, because even though I know you guys give beer with the purchases, just the idea, just the optics of people talking to you guys can get someone else be like, I want to go check out that booth, and then that may be the sale. You know, it's just all an optics game. Just having people at your booth just brings attention.
Yeah. Ooh, I feel bad when we can't talk to everybody at once. You know, sometimes it's like you get so many people. I'm like, I want to talk to everyone. Don't go anywhere. I swear.
I've seen you do that at the con. You're like,
yeah. At shows, you always get that I'll be back, and most of the time they're just trying to be polite. But you do sometimes get that. Hey, we're talking. I had to come back and pick this up. You know, or at the very least, like, hey, I don't got money. Let me get a card. I'll hit you guys up later. So that happens. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now I have to ask this question. So since we're in out there with the Ascendant, you guys are talking about stretch goals. Mark, are we getting a hell brew?
Dude, I would love to do that. I can't by law of Kickstarter. That said, I've been kicking around the idea of people naming a beer, something like that. Pick the next style.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know,
that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
I usually need to skirt around the legal issues.
Yeah, exactly. We try to be timely with our names, so I just put a cap on our IPA that was brewed with fresh hops from my garden. So it's wet hopped beer, right? Call it wet ass IPA.
I can't.
Call it wet ass IPA.
I can't. With the fact that you have a hop farm right in the back of your house. I look at Tony. I'm like, yo, we're gonna scoop up Lowell. We're going up north. We may pick up Alex, throw him in the trunk.
No, I mean, did Alex agree to be on top of the roof?
Yeah, he did.
As long as you strap me in, I'm good.
Listen, Subway Surfers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't got the beard game like the beard game like Mark, but I at least I can make some bread to eat. So.
But you started your beard before Mark.
Beer.
Oh, beer. I thought you meant beard. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, yeah, this one I've had for a while.
Mark, you may have a stalker.
I'm all here for it. Let's go look at the operation.
Closer to me. I think I'm the closest one to him right now, which is scary.
I do want to ask, like, looking at the art style and like getting the character designs. I know that's usually like a big thing of like figuring out what your character is going to look like, what the world is going to look like, and like everything accompanying. What was that process? Like, how long did that take to be like, this is what I want? Like finding that artist who like has that eye that you don't even have to explain much to them. You're like, I got it. I know exactly what you want.
Yeah. We had a number. So we actually worked with an agency. I'm going to butcher their name. It's Buxido, Buxido. And they had given me a number of different options. You know, here's people who are available now. Here's people who are going to be coming off a project at this time. Here's some of their styles. And we probably had a choice of anywhere from 5 to 10 potential artists. And George stuck out. I mean, I loved his style. Just kind of looking at the way his characters are. I love his. If you look at some of the expressions he does, they're fantastic. I mean, it's very.
It also feels like an older style of like that, like Sandman, early like '90s feel, and you're like, yes, because when they did like those period pieces, when you look back at those comics, you're like, yeah, I'm there. Like it feels like then, as opposed to if you try to like do, I feel like the designs of 2020, you know, it'd be like thinner lines, very like, you know, it'd be too clean. Yeah, absolutely. And I like it a little bit. You know, you want it not fuzzy, but you want it kind of a little fuller, a little bit. You know, like I said, the expressions he does really sticks out to me. There's just I would say it's that style, but then kind of redone for this time period, right? A little bit softer, a little bit. I don't know. Just I'm trying to think of other way to describe it. I'm seldom at a loss for words, but you got him.
Damn it! You go put $1 in the swear jar. But yeah, no, I mean his style stuck out, and I gotta tell you, they if anybody is looking for artists, I would contact them. They have a fantastic bunch of folks there who can really take your project all the way along. So yeah.
So when you are then updating styles, like you locked in, you know what the character designs are, what the world looks like. How do you update and like improve on those styles later on? Like, what are those critiques that you're making?
Sure. Honestly, I didn't have to do a whole lot of critique from a style standpoint and how he took Eric's work from issue 3 and Eric definitely had a very, very not a little bit more of a 90s style, right? But then very, very detailed. I mean,
they're extremely detailed. I was like,
wow. Yeah, his level of detail is mind blowing.
Yeah. Like he put like words on the spines of books in like a library scene, and I was like, that is intense.
That was issue 3, right?
Yeah.
You definitely
pulling it up now.
shift in your style.
Yeah, there was definitely a change up, like in certain things. Like even I noticed with Kale, like his sword was in his back the first 2 issues, and it's on his hip in this issue. It's like, oh, okay, we would just like the change up. I was like, nice.
And that was actually something. The sword specifically, I remember Eric asking me about. He said, "Hey, can I change the blade?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, dude. Let's give me an idea what you want to do." But yeah, I mean, that was something that kind of, I think there was an evolution there of just the sword itself.
And I see that too. And it's nothing against the artists that worked on issue 1 and 2 because they got the story out there, they got the pages out there. It just like it shows just how great comics are when other people step in on a property. They help evolve the property. So his style changes that you saw in issue 3, that's a lot of evolution for that character in terms of his look, his mannerisms, the way he and that world. You're more immersed in it now. And I just thought
thematically it made sense.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm reading issue 3, and that fucking priest, man, with him smiling, I was like, yo, give me the creeps.
Yeah, oh my God, yes.
When they first show up at the church, and he just turns around, I'm like, no, I don't. This guy's not the vibe right now.
Yeah. Tony's gonna hate me for this one now. The priest kind of remind me of the priest in Rawhead Rex.
No. Keep moving. Nothing to see here, folks. You know.
If you guys don't know, then you don't know. Be happy you don't know. We're gonna move past that.
I'm fine with that.
You can watch that episode of The Nerd.
Josh
Ashley is not great for that comment, but he's great otherwise. But he's not great for the comment that he just made. So if it's about that comment, he's not great for that one.
They'll learn with this week's episode when it launches about Rawhead Rex.
Anyway, back to the magic.
Yes, for sure.
So actually, I will tell you something that's interesting. You're on issue 3, and going to issue 4. The pencils and inks changed. What didn't change were the colors and letters.
Really?
So Hugo and Taylor Esposito, Hugo Daniel as the colorist and Taylor Esposito as the letterer. We've kept them. In fact, we've used Hugo on parts of Horseman as well. And Taylor, I think we've been using for letters on every single book I possibly can because he's
if we can't get him,
unbelievable.
We'll work with other people, but he is our go-to guy, mainly because he's just.
Would you go so far as to put something on hold just for him to jump on it?
I'd wait for him. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I wouldn't wait 6 months or a year or anything like that.
Right, but
if he told me, "Hey, listen, give me a few weeks, give me a month," yeah, man, not a problem.
Well, it's not just because he's like a professional. Like, I mean, literally, like the dude worked for DC and Marvel. He's been doing it for a long time. Mm-hmm. He's a friend in many ways. Like, I mean, we've known him for so long. We've interacted so many times. It's like. I mean, he's practically a neighbor. I mean, he's also local. So,
yeah. And we see him at so many shows.
Oh my God! Whenever he does like the show in the Meadowlands, I just make it a point to just come and say what's up.
Nice.
Like, if he's got something, I'll buy it, huh?
But what was that process in interviewing a letterer and a colorist? How did that process go for you guys?
It's a lot of looking at portfolios. Taylor, I have to admit, we met him at New York Comic Con. And just started talking with him. And actually, no, I take it back. I'm absolutely wrong. We saw him again at New York Comic Con, and I think that's what cemented the relationship. But Alex and I actually worked 2 floors above DC.
Yeah.
And had a buddy there who he literally would come by every Wednesday. He would get 2 packets of their stuff, and he kept one for himself, and he gave the other one away to it.
They'd see me with a comic book shirt. They'll be like, "Oh, here you go."
Yeah.
I'm just going to work.
So we go up to hang out with him, and he'd take us around, introduce us to some folks, and that was when Taylor was working there. So we met him there initially, and then continued to talk to him and see him in the building and New York Comic Con and whatnot. So
and definitely when DC jumped ship, we're like, well, you need work, right? So.
Yeah.
Birdman hand roll. Let me come holler at you for a second.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's a lot.
He's wonderful, man.
So for those who are just joining us, again, we are doing the Kickstarter party for the Ascendant issue 4. The Kickstarter link is in the bio. Let's listen.
Buy my book. Buy my book.
Buy my book.
We are 80% in, close to goal. So if you guys are listening, come on, let's put some bread on there. Let's get these guys to 100% today on the day of their launch. That would be history. That would be awesome.
Amazing.
Yes.
So I am going to and share this link with your friends, your families, your loved ones, your mailmen, your cats.
Yeah, if you like it, share it with your friends. If you don't, share it with your enemies.
Share with everybody.
I respect that.
Just share it. Just get it out there. Yeah. It doesn't matter who. Just get it out there.
So
I'm here for it.
So you say you have already in there 7 scripts ready to go for the Ascendant. It's all good to go. I mean, I love the fact that you guys had done sign graphic novel fully complete. You got Horseman, and now it's like you guys are at the halfway point for this. How does that feel to see that now that we are at the halfway point of Ascendant?
That's it's crazy.
It's Mark's baby, so this is gonna make him start crying, isn't it?
Yeah. Go the other.
Go take a sip of beer, Mark.
That's where the stretch goes is to have Mark cry.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Hey, if we hit $6,000, you get to punch Alex in the stomach. I mean, I put that in already.
Well, if that's the case, let me drop my credit card for punching you, Mark.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, yeah. But it's crazy. And to think that we're really not that, because it's weird. It took some time to get there. We had a lot of other stuff going on, and we took our time with it and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, it's like you can see the horizons right there. It's I could imagine another year it's going to be done at this rate.
When did production, getting everything assembled together with for you guys?
So we, you mean for this particular issue? Yeah. So I want to say I will tell you, we came back from Chicago from C2E2. We're talking with the folks over at Buxedo. I'd say maybe a month in, we started looking at profiles, and maybe within a couple weeks, we had selected somebody, started talking about dates, things like that. And so I would say we probably engaged George around April formally, and then started the process. We kind of were feeling each other out a little bit, so it was a little bit slower initially. And then it kind of grew. And then literally once we got to the end, I'm like, I got to keep this guy working because he's spectacular. And I'm like, you want to do 5? And we'd already started to talk about, listen, I've got 5, 6, and 7 if you want to do them. And if this goes well, and it went so well, I'm like, we've got to keep him working. So
absolutely.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Rock on, man.
All right,
nice.
Sorry for blowing up your spot, but I was like, oh, thank you.
No, that's awesome. You can interrupt me anytime if that's the.
There's only one way to interrupt Mark, and that's with money.
Money. That's it.
Wait, money and beer.
And beer.
That's fair. That's fair.
Money leads to beer.
Let's just say booze.
And then it's a vicious circle. Yeah.
That's also a very valid point, Alex. Very valid
Oh
point.
man.
Oh man. And actually, I noticed somebody else had just reached out to us too, Alex. Sarah Smith. So I don't know. We'll have to take a look at her email. She had an inquiry too. So.
This is like a message or?
Yeah, a message. So yeah. I don't know.
I'm telling you guys are gonna wake up. It's gonna be like Christmas morning. You guys wake up and be like, oh, look at all this money. We can do this again.
He's somebody who's trying to take money from us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That is one thing I'm noticing. So far, we've had 2 people contact us on Kickstarter. Like, hey, do you need help for like promoting your Kickstarter? I was like,
No.
So we got that on lock.
Yeah,
I want to go back to the Christmas morning thing. I got my free pajamas and everything.
Listen, so long as you leave your beer out for Santa, you're gonna be all right. I promise.
Yep.
You guys are killing, man. This is like to have like this much time with like you literally can trip over the goal. Like that's so bugged out.
Yeah.
Like
it's dope, but at the same time, like I don't want it to like people to be thinking, oh well, they're almost there. I'm just gonna ignore it and wait. Like no, definitely throw us as much money.
No bystander effect when it comes to this.
oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because this gives us 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's
and not
the
just
thing.
that. Other things too. I mean, I've been hearing all these Kickstarters like of people who like, hey, let's raise 50 grand, and then they end up like getting $2 million. I mean, God, I hope we can get even to that. But any money we make off this is going into other comics. You know, stuff that we've been working on stuff that we haven't even gotten like outside of the script phase because we're focused on this stuff. Like we literally were working on a project that we paused for the Kickstarter. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the next thing we've got. I mean, we've got also like other books that are like, you know, we've got a kids book we haven't really been promoting too much because it's not there yet, you know?
Yeah. And actually, even I don't know if Josh said something to you, Alex, but James Emmett, book 3.
Yeah, no, I heard about that.
The 2 of them have been working on putting the final touches on the script for that for the committee. So
yeah, issue 3.
Yeah, so that might be next. You know, once we finish up the Ascendant or during that time. You know, so yeah. We take. Everything rolls right back into the company. I mean, it just goes right back into creating more stuff, and you know, hopefully one day Alex and I can just line our pockets. But you know, until then,
I don't. Unless we get that Netflix money, maybe.
Yeah.
Would you see this as something that would be a cool like audio drama or an animation?
I mean,
animation.
I'd love to see animation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Live action too. I mean, but.
All right. So live action. Dreamcast. Just Dreamcast it right now.
Go ahead.
Oh man.
All right, Mark. We already know you. You probably have thought of it. But how about this?
I don't know. I haven't. You know.
And you tell us yay or nay.
Dude. All right.
So Sabella, Selma Hayek.
Ooh.
I can see that.
Okay. Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I'm
just thinking about her role in Dogma.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I'm like, oh, Selma Hayek would be perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost want to say Zoe Saldana, but you needed someone a little bit older.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah,
Josh. Zoe Saldana would be perfect. There's somebody. I mean, we're thinking. It's funny. We're thinking all like these Latinx actresses, but isn't Sabella Italian?
Actually, she's more of a gypsy than anything else.
Romani.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It was very interesting.
Yeah,
I want to talk about that character's design, but let's keep with the casting.
For Faustus, I actually would love to see who is Homeboy, who was like the main villain in The Crow.
Winslow. No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
He's old enough now; he'd be perfect.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think, like style-wise, he would be perfect for that.
Michael Wincott, I love that dude.
Yes.
Love that dude. Yeah.
Mark, you approve?
Yeah.
That's my one for the ringer.
What's funny? I was looking at Faustus and I was thinking David Bradley.
T-Bird. David Patrick Kenny, the guy from the Warriors. Come out to play.
Oh,
actually,
he'd be perfect too.
How about this? How about Sam Elliott?
Ooh,
wait, hold on. I gotta look at
Sam Elliott.
Like
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman is it?
Hold on. Yeah. Yeah.
For who? Were you looking at Sam
For
Elliott?
Faustus though?
Faustus, yeah.
But you're looking at Sam Elliott?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say man because I have to remember what he looked like with like I've never seen him with like that long hair. I don't think.
No, I'm used to hearing with the crop hair and the mustache.
Yeah. But I think that would be an interesting, you get him clean shaven, but with long hair, a little bit older, a little bit of a.
Well, the problem is his voice is so iconic, like Western.
Yeah, that's
right.
where it gets difficult. Yeah.
Not to say he probably could do it. I don't know if he would.
So
I'm on my soapbox for David Bradley, Walder Frey.
Yes.
I think I'm looking it up now. Oh, thank God for dual screens. 1 second.
You're cheating. He's cheating.
Listen, be lucky I have dual screens because when I was doing Con, I was literally trying to just go back and forth between the same tab on the thing. It was a lot.
It was a lot that we were working on that day.
All right. This guy's look up Joaquim de Almeida. He was he was in Hitman's Bodyguard. He was Reyes in Fast Five. Huh?
Was he in Warrior Nun?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yes. He was also in Desperado.
Oh,
yes.
Dude.
Yeah. I had to look at the IMDb because I forgot his name, but he's so iconic and he's perfect for that.
I'm not spelling that.
just
Warrior Nun, and then you'll figure it out.
Do Joaquin, then you'll see Joaquin Phoenix. Get rid of the Phoenix, and then phonetically spell the last name, and you'll get there.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Speaking to.
I got close enough. That's kind of like I noticed it. Jay and
if you look at Fast Five and then just go to the guy who played Reyes, that guy, that's who I now want for
Faustus? Yeah.
For either Faustus or Father Arnaldi. Although face-wise, Father Arnaldi is giving me super creepy, like Jack Nicholson vibes.
Yeah.
Like skinny Jack Nicholson.
That guy's starting to become. He's definitely an iconic villain-looking guy.
I think
what pick for the main character.
I want to hear Mark.
Oh, man, it's funny. I honestly haven't thought about that a whole lot, and it's
he wants to play it. He just needs the hair from here to go there.
No, dude, I want to play the villain. I always want to play the villain.
His pops.
Yeah, man, that's but yeah, that's tough. You need someone who's got that sarcastic voice, right? Probably, let's say late 30s, early 40s, right? You're kind of in that range.
I got somebody actually.
All right,
Anthony Starr, Homelander.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Anthony
You ever
Starr
seen Banshee?
Yeah.
I haven't, but I've heard he's amazing in that. So he can do the physicality, and he's good at playing a prick.
Yeah.
Him as he's done a fantastic job as Homelander, and it's just that for him, that's where you got me.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. Like,
no, you're not. I mean, come on. He's given us some great scenes with Homelander, some great dialogue, and then the believability with that character with just that insanity. I mean, him. He could be a great actor.
Actually, not to just because The Boys is in my mind. The Deep would also work because that actor has like that right. He's got that right cockiness to him.
Yeah.
Chase Crawford.
I forget his name. Yeah,
Chase Crawford. Yep.
Chase Crawford. Yeah, I was gonna say Cameron. Like, didn't sound right. Yeah.
But by the way, before we get any deeper into this, I saw my phone ding, and Sebastian, we owe you a thank you very much.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Sebastian.
Yeah, we owe this guy Sebastian a big thing.
Yeah, this I'm Sebastian guy. Yeah, dude.
That was
Thank
a-
you.
Wait, I just see somebody named Omar.
There we go. We are less than $200 away.
Yo,
Yeah.
this is
Jesus.
bonkers, guys.
That's crazy.
This is
Come on, we
absolutely
could
bonkers.
do this. Let's get 200 for these guys. Come on, who's it? Share it with your friends, family, loved ones. Go into them
Frenemies,
retirement
frenemies.
homes. Just make sure you social distance share.
Is it
Yes.
also position sharing?
I think we
Hey.
are, but it's Seabass with his PSAs.
Okay, okay.
All right, so so
One
do
of the
we-
reasons why we can't have nice things.
Oh, no.
are we good with the pick? Because we need to go to Bad Daddy Bale.
Mm.
And we
It's
haven't
hidden in the corner.
And we haven't even seen him. The only thing we saw him do was burn the dude from the first issue. We haven't seen him do anything else.
Well, you,
Should I try to play the Kickstarter video again so that this
yeah, because he's in there. He's in there.
Yeah.
You can-
let's see if it screen shares this again.
Wait,
And the
you
audio.
You gotta just make sure the audio comes through.
yeah.
Otherwise, we got that awkward silence of just and Seabass's clicks.
Let me see.
Share the screen. So it says share the screen. Let's see. Will it allow me to share the audio for the video? So
Should. Let's hope.
let's see.
So just out of curiosity, does anyone see a way to work Danny Trejo in here?
Yo, that's
Faustus, Dendro?
I was gonna say I could rescind my other option for
I mean,
Do you
I'm
have
not a Danny Trail.
do you guys have any other like major characters coming up that could fit?
no. How about Danny Trejo as Bale?
Well, that could fit also.
Yeah.
Machete as Bale,
I'm here for it.
or for my Breaking Bad fans, Tortuga.
Oh, too soon, man. Too soon.
Listen, man, I'm here for it.
All right, let's see. Will it actually
Or as the
share
uncle
it?
from Spy Kids. Okay, I'm done.
Oh god.
You hear the audio?
Yeah.
I hear.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm hearing from Sebastian with the.
Turn it up a little bit, if you can.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
You need hair to do that, Mark.
You got to get this. Yeah. Damn. Where'd it go?
Damn.
Could you headbang with your
Damn.
beard? Is that
Oh, yeah.
allowed? Just
Yes,
Wave
do
in the
this.
air.
Just do this. So for the new issue, are we gonna go? Is it gonna be like the past? Or are we gonna see like what happened before, and then it's gonna be like mix of past and present?
So it's a mix of past and present in the newest issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
We probably should give a shout out to the band too.
Yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well
So-
done, guys. Well done.
So I don't know. I as I look at Bale, he could be Danny Trejo. I think that's
Let's get a. Is that Bale?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Say Scott Bale?
No. No.
No, no.
no.
I honestly could see Hemsworth.
Which
Chris,
one?
oh, Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the size for it.
Yeah.
He's got the size and the beard for it, for sure.
Well, if that's the case, let's get Arnold. Gail, I am your father.
I mean,
He's not the demon.
how old is he supposed to look? Like, I know, like, he is
I think
centuries more older, but like, how old is he supposed to look?
Figure 50s, right?
All right.
So like, kind of on the decline a little bit from a, strength and mass sort of standpoint, but still,
Formidable.
Yeah, exactly. Figure someone who was probably a lineman in college sort of thing. You know what I mean?
All right, so The Rock.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, no. Joey Manganiello.
Oh,
Yes.
There you go.
Just so I can play D&D with him.
That's the real caveat. That's a line item in the contract. That's what that is.
Yes.
You want to go?
You
got to go in the house where he has all those people show up and be in the campaign.
There you go.
You're like, you can even make me a red shirt and kill me off to make an example of me. You just want to be there.
Oh man! All right, we talked about some of the character and story elements, but like, what were the inspirations? Like, what do you use as far as like, history, like myths, anything like that kind of help like build this story, flesh the story out?
Sure. Well, Heaven and Hell, it's you'll see some biblical references. I think you see a little bit of. I'm always a big Greek and Roman mythology guy, so you see, book 1 even has them literally fighting the Trevi Fountain in the Colosseum and things like that. So you've got some of that. So I would say Judeo-Christian is probably where it's more than anything else, but definitely pulling in other areas. I love myth in general. It doesn't even matter if someone hands me a myth book. I don't really care what part of the world it's from or anything. You know what I mean? Just I'll read it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I see a lot of. Oh man, this is gonna be so good.
Give me 1 second. So I'm just looking at these numbers. So officially, I want to put this out there. So you guys are at 1318. Goal is 1500. Come on, people, we could do this.
Close.
We also want to mention to give them a plug. All of our books right now are on Global Comics.
Yeah.
While we haven't announced it yet, we are looking into maybe like if you're a Global Comics reader and you back us, we'll see if we can do something together with that. Still trying to
Okay.
But yeah, definitely you should check us out on there. It's a really cool thing. It's like what Comixology should have been.
Alex, you know what you should do? You should make some of these guys like playable stat characters for D&D. Make them homebrew characters.
Yeah, there you go.
That might be a good fun stretch goal. We do a game.
Make stat blocks.
Make stat blocks. You can even like you said, you could have a game run with them.
Yep.
So Mark, what would he be? Would Kale be? Hey Rob.
Oh, sorry. What's that again?
Fighter, anti-paladin. What do you think?
Anti-paladin.
I mean, would he be a rogue? No, he's
not a rogue. No.
No, I feel like he could be like because someone did, and someone I saw did a Dante build for D&D, and essentially you have to make him like, I think it was like part fighter, part paladin, but you take a vengeance, path of vengeance, and then what was the other one that works really well?
Is it a fighter subclass?
It was a fighter. It was I forgot what fighter subclass it was. I want to say, I can't even think of it right now because now I'm thinking of the other one. It's basically your Witcher build, but heavier into paladin.
Oh, that's a new stretch goal for you guys. Make this much, and you get to play a D&D game with Alex as your DM in the world of Ascendant.
Anyone's gonna want that. I can be a little cruel.
I mean, it would be a D&D game in the world of Ascendant. So,
that'd be dope.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah,
like flesh out a nice little one shot for these guys.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
It's an interesting idea.
This Mark would be the bard in the background.
You could just make them NPCs, and then you have people who join you. Go in the world. I don't know.
Yeah,
or we could do a damn heroes.
It'll be like a side story campaign.
Exactly, a side story.
Well, go through every one of our different different properties somehow.
Yeah.
Every end to a particular storyline sucks you into the next vortex.
Well, we definitely have options for people who want to be included in the books. So, and that is definitely something we'd love to do.
I liked your 150 pledge where you turn them into a demon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe stretch goal, for 200, we would make you an angel.
Also, spoiler alert: angels do exist. That's what you're saying,
Right?
I don't know. I haven't read the script, honestly.
Okay, we can put a spoiler warning. I'm right here. I'm ready.
Wait,
I'm ready.
I am not a credible source.
so what is the next goal for after the Ascendant is done? After everything, what is the goal for you guys? What's up, Josh? We love you, bro.
What's up, bro?
Screw up.
I think once we put this to bed, roll it up into a graphic novel, then I think we definitely want to keep working with James on the committee. We have something that Josh, Alex, and I have all been jointly writing, and that's I won't give too much of it away because it's still very, very early on in that, but it definitely pulls on our experiences. I'll simply leave it at that.
It's for anyone who's been to a comic convention in the last decade, you'd be like, oh, I get this.
Yeah. Yeah. So it definitely pulls on that. And then I think we all have other projects that we've been writing and whatnot. I know I have a couple books. I have a couple series that I'd like to continue.
Yeah, I've been putzing around on a kid's book, and I've got a D&D inspired story that I've been tinkering with that I know I told you about, and you Mark and Sebastian about. So,
well, on top of that too, we've been getting into kids books, and we do have another kids book that the artwork is done. It would be ready to rock and roll, and that would be something else that we've been considering looking at Kickstarter as a platform for. So
yeah,
nice. People keep having kids, so there's an endless supply of them.
Yeah.
Like I got something for you in your COVID, baby. There you go.
Yo, no, it's real.
What are we doing right now?
No, someone seriously asked me that, like, "Oh, do you have kids?" Like, no, we thought about having kids. It's like, "Oh, you didn't want to have a COVID baby, did you?" I was like,
so many people I know who are just like, you can tell when they had the kid. It's like, wow.
I mean, you're bored long enough, stuck in the house. Something said,
yeah. We've only got a few more months left till those babies all start popping out.
Yep.
Yeah. 2020 can't last much longer.
Yeah.
When did this all really start? March.
Watch the ball drop, and it's stuck at 12:59.
Actually, you know what?
At 11:59.
If that one person who's running the Times Square ball drop wants to be a prick, that would be the perfect thing to do. Just have it stop.
And then you just see the lights of the 2021 flickering because it just can't go on yet.
Oh man, that can't happen.
Oh no.
people screwed us so much.
If it happens, you know where you heard it. My bad. I think I don't know if I want to take credit for it.
Alex lives across the river from there. I wouldn't put it past him, but he went there.
With my binoculars,
smiling like,
yes. Crying, my little kitties, crying. That's what you get for standing outside in Times Square like a bunch of tourists.
They canceled that. That's not happening now.
Oh man, party done.
That is not happening this year. For the first time ever, they are not doing.
I'm actually surprised, and I have a feeling they're going to rescind that.
It would be funny if they did it like the WWE.
You wouldn't be able to keep social distancing. It'd be impossible.
But watch this. It would be funny if they did it like WWE, where they just set up a bunch of TV screens there in Times Square.
Oh my god! Oh my god! They do that with the NFL. It's the worst. When they cut to break, you see all these fans like screaming at their TVs. I'm like, who the hell are these people?
It's like red shirts.
You're watching the Seattle game. You got all these fucking people with 12s on. I'm like, yo, like, why is there cameras on you?
No, you're just going to build yourself a plexiglass box, and you're just going to go out on that. That's it.
Listen, we just need a bunch of bubble people. If you want to go to Times Square so bad, just be Bubble Boy. Go down to Times Square.
Yeah.
Don't put it in people's heads because they're really going to do that. They're really going to go invest in that. Like.
I don't know.
No lie, at the beginning of all this, there's a guy who met his girl from across the way, and their
with
first
the
date, he was with the drone. His first date with her he was in a bubble, and I was like, I gotta respect it, man.
I mean, it's all for the gram. That's all that was.
Yeah.
Listen.
Listen,
They
let
can
them
do
live,
whatever they want as long as they support the Kickstarter.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
give Mark his
In
beer.
In fact, we will send you an autograph bubble if you give us money. Just all you gotta do is message us, be like, "Yo, I'm donating this much money. I need you to do this," and I'll be like, "Okay." I've done worse for less.
With that, where can we find you guys online? I mean, I'm gonna put the Kickstarter link up. Where can we find you guys? Where can we find Wayward Raven?
Nice. Well, you can always find us at waywardraven.com. That's for sure, right? Our Instagram is Wayward Raven. Our Facebook is
At Wayward Raven Media. On
Sorry,
Facebook.
yeah, you're right. So yeah, Facebook and Instagram are Wayward Raven Media, and Twitter is at Wayward Raven.
We're also waywardraven.com or just Google us on the internet. I guess we're there.
Damn Heroes, damnheroes.com. Little
Yes,
plug for
please.
Damn Heroes. You know,
There you go. Let's go.
I'm at Panther Pit on Insta.
I'm
Nice.
at ASAP Can Draw on everything
Nice.
or not.
But no, I thank you guys for coming on, letting us do this nice little very first live episode of Nerds It Around, the Kickstarter
So
party.
proud of you guys. Excited for you guys. Can't wait
Yes.
for. Oh, you guys got something else. Someone else pledged.
1330. Look at that. Look at
Look.
that.
Oh,
Oh,
snap.
baby. Oh,
Damn.
baby.
Nice.
You guys
Wait,
so
wait.
close,
Look
man.
at that. Look
Wow,
at that.
right there, right?
I'm not
Mhm.
refreshing
And
fast.
it's only day 1 out of 29. Look at that.
I'm telling you guys,
crazy.
man.
That is crazy.
Lucky number
We're gonna have Alex. We're gonna have Alex in a luau and do.
Nice.
Everybody
I got enough grass out there.
if
Like
we could
actual
get
grass, actual grass, not like
full,
not
full,
legal in
gra-
Jersey yet.
full grass and coconuts.
Yeah,
Dude, this is so fresh. I don't even know who pledged yet. It hasn't even
Yeah.
popped up. It hasn't even popped up yet.
That's hilarious.
Damn.
dude,
That
it's
hope they didn't rescind.
Awesome.
It's like no
Let's
taking
give
it
everybody
back.
ideas.
That's a grass skirt joke.
But no, this is the Kickstarter party for Wayward Raven. Guys, everybody, please go to the Kickstarter. Support the Ascendant #4. Let's get this book out there. Let's get this made. Let's
Support indie comics. Yes.
support indie Let's support this enough where they're like, yo, we got enough to make all the way to issue 7. Let's go. Share with your
Yeah.
friends, families, loved ones,
They make it to issue
politicians.
7, and then they're like, I don't know how many more stretch goals, and then we can just have them do ridiculous shit. Hit us up.
Yes.
We'll give them the ideas. We have ideas already out there. I'm so here for that D&D campaign or that one shot they're gonna do because we know that's gonna happen. So that'd be super fun.
Ascendant D&D
You've-
campaign, a Damn
you've
Heroes
already-
campaign. That'd be even better.
You've already got people for your party.
Yes.
So like,
Nice.
it is what it is.
Nice.
Listen, I'll help you build out those characters. That's all I love doing right now.
Yo, I never told you. I did a Star Wars D20 campaign with all Marvel and DC characters. I did a Jedi Spider-Man.
Wow.
I gotta tell you about that another time.
Oh man, that's
That's
Say
another
less.
time. We'll
This is
bring
before
Tommy in for
Disney
that. One.
bought them.
All right.
Yeah.
This has been a special live episode of Nerds It Around. Thank you guys again. This is
Oh,
your boy
thank you.
Sebastian.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much. You guys rock.
Congratulations. Yeah, this is awesome.
It's your boy Sebastian.
Good boy, Law.
And your boy Tone from across the hall.
Stay nerdy.
Peace out, everybody.